All right. So we'll move on. Srinath. I have known Srinath for a very short duration, but I can say that he has joined at the time when Quanta People is at its helm of affairs. And he has been able to add the outside in perspective and has firmly established the growth trajectory for the team. He has become an integral part of the team in helping them architect the future for them. I now request S. Srinath to please come on stage and introduce the guest of honor, Mr. BVR Mohan Reddy, founder, chairman, Syed. Over to you, Srinath.
Good evening, everyone. Just before I came, Mr. BVR Mohan Reddy Garu told not to speak more than 3 sentences about him. But frankly, sir, it is going to be very difficult because when my team and I were preparing your introduction sheet, we got confused because we thought we were writing introduction of 5-6 people. Because what you have achieved in this lifetime is something that 5 to 6 people aspire to achieve 4 to 5 generations. He is a visionary. He is a builder, and if India is on the world today with respect to technology, it is because of leaders like Mohan Reddy Garu. He is also a Padma Shri Award winner, and he's also got the Lifetime Achievement Award from NASSCOM. So this is the minimum I can do, sir. Please, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you, sir. Please.
Dr. Jitender, my dear friend Muralidharan, many distinguished guests in the audience, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you. I do not intend to speak for too long, especially it is a little past 7 o'clock on a Sunday evening, and I'm sure irrespective of people telling us whether you're required to work 90 hours a week, 70 hours a week, but at least I think many of us believe we need to have some time off on a Sunday evening, if you drink or otherwise. So first let me say congratulations to the youth of India for celebrating the National Youth Day today. To me, they're the future of this nation. Rightly so, Dr. Jitender pointed out several times in his address earlier. This nation has this enormous amount of advantage of demographic dividend. The average age of this nation is 27 years. And there is 70% of the nation today, not even 75% of the nation today is in this age group of 16 years to 62 years. That's the working age population. And this, as he also pointed out, will go on just not for next year, next 10 years, several decades to go by. And it's a great news for this nation, because countries which have enjoyed demographic dividend in the past have always prospered. Good examples are, to start with, it was Japan, it was South Korea, and it's China. China continues to be in that window of demographic dividend as we speak at this point of time. India started enjoying for the last 10 years. It'll probably be for 3 more decades to go by. But here's the challenge. The challenge is you have this youth. But this youth, what do you do with them? A, you need to educate them, you need to skill them, and thereafter you need to employ them. The right word I keep using is the demographic dividend could translate itself into a demographic disaster if we do not take care of them. And I honestly feel the way in which this education system in our country, where I spend most of my time today, is so broken that if we don't correct it at this point of time, the so-called degree holders, he said, employability of these individuals, if it doesn't go up, what will they have is, in the presence of very senior police officers, I'm saying this, in one hand, they'll have a so-called degree. On the other hand, they'll have a gun. That's the challenge that we have unless we go back and correct our systems. Our correct systems to ensure that these people are knowledgeable, they're employable. Let me move on then to congratulate my dear friend Muralidharan, or probably lovably is called as Murali, for his 4th serial enterprise, Quanta People, 4th initiative that he's working on. I have a great admiration for people who have this new ideas and generate new interventions, especially for social good. His intentions of doing work from 1991 in TMI was all to do with employability, employment, people, skills. So thank you very much, Murli, for all that you have done. So please join your hands to thank Murli for all the great work that he has done. What we see in this product, the platform that was explained to us, is all about the domain knowledge that they have got over a period of years, and that at this point of time is becoming platformized with the right tools. Right tools because they also have enormous amount of data. On the data, they are applying tools at this juncture to ensure that there are meaningful elements that come out of the data that they have, which can then be useful to individuals. I think we saw extensive use of these words of AI, data sciences, data intelligence. And I think that's what the future is like. That's what the future is going to be, irrespective of whether we like it or not. Every facet of life, I keep repeating this, will be impacted by AI in this decade. It won't even take longer than that. People like me who've been in this area, in this industry for a long time, for those of you who may not know this and I interrupted the introduction, it's 50 years since I've graduated. It's 50 years since I've been in the corporate world. Thank you. But what we have seen, let me give you a few examples. The first attempt of using AI in this world was on speech recognition and handwriting recognition. These were the two things that the human beings wanted to do. And this initiative was started way back in 1996, 1997. That's when we say it was zero level efficiency comparable to the human beings. It took almost like 26 years thereafter. It's only in about, not 26 years, 24 years or so. In 2018 or so, we got to a level of perfection where computers using AI algorithms can recognize handwriting. Now they can recognize speech. I'm sure all of you use several of those tools at this point of time. Or it can even go on to the level of actually not even recognizing speech, but almost instantaneously translate into different languages, different dialects. That's what it does. It took that long, 20 plus years, to get speech recognition. Whereas if you look at the new tool, which is the ChatGPT, the OpenAI, which is more to do with comprehension, it took just less than 18 months for this tool to come by to a perfection of 100% efficiency. People talk about several jobs being lost, but it's not so much so. I keep saying that what AI is doing to us, it's not just job losses, it's also augmenting every one of us, augmenting our efficiency dramatically. I took a very back of the envelope calculation of my own efficiency in the last 3 years. And I think I performed 30% better than what I was doing earlier. And so therefore, our life is going to be so different unless we sail along with the change. So what I think Murli will bring about is this, how do people change is only when they have feedback on what they perform. And I'm sure in the corporate world, several of companies like ours, we do some of the stuff that's already done, maybe not to the level of automation that Murli is talking with Quanta people at this juncture. But I think what all of us have to recognize is we can't stop the change. We have to sail along the change. And the only way that we will become part and parcel of this world is adaptability. So I especially see fairly young faces around, maybe they're employees of Quanta people at TMI, but to you, all of you, I think what will happen as we move forward is the pace of change is going to be much, much faster than what it is. What is true today is not true. What is knowledge today is not true 5 years from now. It will change. So the result is, unless you have an adaptability of learning new skills constantly, I think we have a challenge, which means that all of us, including me at this point of time where I am, I feel very proud about it, is that I constantly learn. Learning has now become lifelong. That's the message I have for all of you today. Congratulations again, Murli, for the outstanding serial entrepreneurial journey that you have and the contribution you make to the society. Thank you and have a good day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Continuous learning and development is one of the biggest investments we can do on us. Thank you for that wonderful message. I now request Shashank, Swami and Monish to please come forward. Request you to please felicitate Mr. BVR Mohan Reddy, the guest of honor for the evening. Please give a big round of applause, please. Thank you, sir.